I am passionate about liberation. Liberation of oppressed people. And as I sit here as a black woman, foremost for me is the liberation of black women and girls.
I started developing a passion for this work since I was very young. And I think a part of that is an ancestral legacy that I'm bringing forward into this time, and I think also just a divine calling.
I am Lakeisha Grace Sewell. I am the founder and executive director of Girls Like Me Project.
My name is Aisha Ismail. I'm the director of development at Heart.
A lot of the work that we do is built upon the words of Ida B. Wells, who said, "The people must know before they can act, and there's no greater educator than the press." Well, our work, our mission is tied to media and press and communications.
We are an organization that works on sexual violence prevention, sexual health education, and reproductive justice.
We want to make sure that our girls understand the power of media. We want to understand who controls media, the psychology that goes into media messages and how it is targeted towards them.
Being a daughter of an immigrant, being the daughter of a single mother, and being really young when 9/11 happened, I was personally exposed and intimately aware of the kind of injustice and oppression that happens all around us every day.
When our mission is to serve black women and girls, then we're already coming out fighting an uphill battle.
I think when folks think of Muslims, they think of folks that are not having sex, definitely not having premarital sex. They're super conservative, they're not having abortions. And we know that based on the work that we do and just being Muslims in our own lived experience, that that's just not true.
For a long time, I was struggling with figuring out where I fit in the Muslim community and being able to be connected with Heart and the brilliant people that work at Heart, and knowing how much they are working from a faith-centered mission really amplified the way that I look at Islam.
You know, with the fall of Roe v. Wade, and really feeling overwhelmed by that moment and what we could do in that moment, being at an organization that was working at the front lines to really advance reproductive justice felt good in that moment. Like I had community and I had purpose in such a national wave of grief that we were experiencing.
So one thing about our work, even though it's media literacy is the driving force, a lot of our work is focused heavily on social emotional support for our girls, creating a safe space for them to feel like they belong.
Girls are always open to come here, talk about anything and everything they feel like they can't talk about with people outside of here. Like, I feel like this is just a safe space for everybody.
There's so many aspects of doing the work with Heart that make me proud, but I think the main thing is being able to do research with and for and by Muslims.
And additionally, we just released a book. It's called The Sex Talk, A Muslim's Guide to Healthy Sex and Relationships. And we've been on a fantastic tour of book events since the end of the summer through the fall. And being in community and just seeing folks' reactions to this resource and the impact that this resource is having already and is going to continue to have for years to come makes me extremely proud to be a part of this organization.
And I say one of the fondest memories is when we actually went to see the Bisa Butler exhibit and how they saw themselves, and you could see this veil come from over their eyes.
When I think about this work, I know so much of it happens because we are collaborating with community. We are in intentional relationship with community. Our work is informed by the feedback we get from community.
One of the most important things about Chicago Foundation for Women is that they are the first organization to believe in other girls and women servant organizations.
Organizations like Chicago Foundation for Women and Heart are so needed because we need to mobilize folks and build power in our communities to ensure that resources, services, choice, and autonomy are accessible to women, girls, and gender expansive folks.
To know that there's an organization who believes and who will support. And also as an example, to provide research and statistics and that sort of thing for us to pull from. It can't be understated how necessary that is.